I want you to know the reason that I'm here today is that I don't want you guys to end up mediocre. I don't want you guys to be average. I want you to be extraordinary. I want you to be different. I want you to be remarkable. Find out what that greatness is within you. That is what is most important. That's why you guys are here at school in the groove of understanding what it takes to be successful and to take it to that next level.
Well, when I became an Olympic gold medalist in the year 2000, I got all sorts of offers to speak in front of corporations and in front of schools. And at first I didn't think I had anything to really tell them. And after analyzing my story, I realized that I had a great message to share with not only other adults but other students as well. And I've really gravitated towards the students because students are like clay. They're looking to learn, and a lot of them are kind of floating out there and they don't have the focus that they need. And with Get Focused, Stay Focused, they start to understand what it takes to get to that next level. And that's making it to college and really completing that degree, so they're investing in themselves and really investing in their future.
Get Focused, Stay Focused is a comprehensive curriculum program that is designed to strategically get young people to think about themselves and their future. It allows them to take some ownership and responsibility. It allows them to build self-efficacy in their educational plan to make sure that they're a success.
We want them to think beyond college and think about what they're actually going to be doing in life so that we can better help prepare them for which college to choose based on the major that they're looking at.
When I showed up at college, I remember just picking a major kind of out of a hat, and 2 weeks later I had switched the major because it really didn't come from me. And it's just like creating goals. If they're not your goals, you're not going to be able to fulfill them. So it has to come from within, and Get Focused, Stay Focused really teaches them where to find that. Who am I, what do I want, and what it's going to take to get there.
As a young person growing up, we had dreams and aspirations, but we never really put that into context. It was a much simpler world back then. The complexity and the fluidity of our world right now requires young people to think more deeply, I think, about what their future is going to be. And as a result of that, we are pushing more and more students to go into a college environment to get to their career. And so the antidote to that, in my belief system, is that with a strategic plan that Get Focused, Stay Focused allows them to take that career, apply it to an educational setting, no matter what that looks like post-secondary, and strategize that. Strategizing that thing develops the self-efficacy in young people to believe in themselves, to target things strategically for themselves, and ultimately we're going to find that by design they're going to be completing and reaching their goals.
In the Get Focused part of the Get Focused, Stay Focused initiative, the students have a whole semester where all they do is focus on themselves. And they go through and they start to think about their futures, really think about what my life might be like in 10 years, and learning strategies to help them get there.
Young people are very myopic. The world is basically where they're standing at that point in time. And so getting them to project and see into the future is really, I think, the skill set that the curriculum develops and hones for them. But it's not just a stop drop. And what I mean by that, it's not we're going to take a semester class or a year class and it's going to end. It develops itself into a 10-year plan that we revisit over the next few years, and even into our collegiate years or post-secondary years, and even into our career in that sense. So the longevity, I think the beauty of the Get Focused, Stay Focused curriculum is that we know that a 14-year-old might not be able to decide exactly what they're going to be and it's going to come to fruition. God bless those who do. But for the rest of us, in that sense, that having a plan and adjusting a plan is really what the power of the program is. So it's developing a skill set, it's developing a mindset that allows them to take charge and take responsibility for their own future.
We have students that are going to go to Ivy League colleges. We have students that are going to be taking over their parents' landscaping business. We have kids that are going to be going to cosmetology school. We have kids that are going to be going to mechanics school. We have kids that are going to be going into the workforce directly. It's 100% of the students that need this kind of planning. It's not just the top kids, it's not just the remedial kids, it's all of the students.
Oftentimes, if you don't have a goal or a target, we're just kind of floundering. We're not really thriving in life, we're just kind of passing through it.
Sometimes our students are going to be blindsided at some point in their life.
Not everything was going good at home. I had kind of lots of obstacles that I had to go over, and being in that class is kind of like a good positive environment, knowing that I could work toward a goal, and it was helping me stay focused on everything so I can achieve that goal at the end, and everything else in my that was going on with me at that time was kind of temporary, and that this helped me kind of work through it and stay focused.
The issue was still there, but this class helped me focus on positive things and keep moving forward.
Things do come up unexpectedly, and they can still achieve. They can still focus on their goals, and they can make it work.
Now they're starting to own the responsibility that they have to put in the sweat equity, and it's not the teachers or the counselors or mom and dad that are going to be doing it for them. So the Get Focused, Stay Focused initiative is career-centered, but it's really life-centered in that it helps those who take the course to learn those strategies, to learn those techniques to actually achieve their goals.
It's opening my eyes to see that if I pass this test or I do my homework, there's a goal I can reach at the end of it, a great career, a great life.
I have a lot of students that come back and visit with me about how this is their favorite class. Maybe not at the time, but how they refer back to it, and them coming back and saying that it made a difference in their life.
One thing stands out is I remember a kid telling me, you know what, I don't ask my parents for money anymore because I know how much it's worth now to make $20. And before that, kids, you ask them what they want when they grow up and they say a $10 million house and 5 cars, but you say, well, that's possible, but let's sit down and actually map it out and what kind of job you would have to attain that. And then things become a little more real, and therefore that results in a lot more maturity.
My favorite part of the curriculum is probably the end product. When we do have the opportunity for our students to do interviews, and they've gone through the whole process, and they are coming out with a 40-page document that's their 10-year plan, and they've practiced with their parents, and they've practiced interviewing with their peers, and they go in and they talk to people they don't know and do a mock interview. I think they just grow 10 feet tall, and they realize, whoa, this is mock, but it's going to be real someday. And so it's really a nice way to wrap things up and to provide a good opportunity for them to showcase the decisions that they've made and for them to identify and articulate the direction that they intend to take for their life.
If you walk out of here with one thing, walk out of here knowing that it is your choices that are going to make up who you are. So get rid of the excuses. You have to believe in yourself, and that is the only way you end up accomplishing those goals.